Oftentimes, some people ask me about how this all got started. When I say all of this, like my journey in learning and teaching, how it all got started. Well, my story is not like the typical story of, a student going to Medina, getting a degree in Sharia or any aspect of the religion and coming back and teaching it. I would say I worked really hard in learning and growing with the community. When I'm the youngest of 8 girls, and Alhamdulillah that my parents decided to move one day close to Mosque Foundation. And we moved from the north side to the south side. And I was super happy when I got to see the masjid. And it was really in the beginning stages of Mosque Foundation. You could imagine Mosque Foundation, I believe, was established in 1980 officially, and we moved out by 1988. So it was in the beginning stages. It was very small, not what the Mosque Foundation you see today. And what was really cool is my mom was so happy about living near a masjid. She would go to the lessons and the lectures, and at that time, literally, it was less than 2 rows of men and not even a complete row of women. And I loved going with her. And the lessons obviously were in Arabic, so she would sit and translate all the lessons to me. And because she seen me so interested, she kept giving me what she could. And subhanAllah, this started even before Mass Foundation. My mom, we never went to Sunday school or Saturday school. I never had the opportunity of going to private school, as many people do today. She was our private school teacher. She would sit with us every Saturday and teach us like the short surahs of the Quran, how to pray, talk to us about the importance of fasting and praying and all these different things that we see today. So she was my first original teacher, and she planted the seed of learning from that time. So when we actually moved to the suburbs and we had a masjid to attend, I grew up going with her any opportunity I can. So whether it was women lectures or Friday prayers, then I got to the age of going to the community center, which is a youth center. And in that time, it was just a place of not state of the art. It was just a place of a hangout place where you could play basketball, enjoy some friends, make new friends. And in between the prayers, we learned khatiras. And those khatiras used to capture my attention. To one time, I laugh a lot and I like to have, I'm an easygoing personality. And my mom used to always be on me for laughing a lot. She would always want me to be a little bit more serious. And one day I heard the khatira of a form of charity is a smile and being happy. And I ran home telling my mom, how can you tell me it's not permissible or haram? And she's like, where are you going? What are you learning? I was like, no, there's nothing wrong with being happy and smiling. And I think that wasn't the point of my mom. She just didn't want me to laugh too much. But it's okay because it grabbed my attention and I wanted to learn more. And the more I learned, the more I wanted to learn. So it was easy growing up in the masjid, but I was a student and then I became a teacher. And I will definitely say that I'll forever be a student, because no matter how much you learn in our faith, you always have room to learn more and dive more in the knowledge that's presented to us through revelation or through the seerah of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, or even from the teachings of the righteous khulafa or the scholars that came behind the Rasul ﷺ. So I would say I have a passion for learning, and my second passion is learning, teaching what I learned. Because I see the positive impact it made on my life. I like to make that positive impact in other people's life. And yes, I love learning, I love growing, I love teaching. So I found it fulfilling for me and rewarding to help others while helping myself. Because when I teach, it's not only helping those that are listening, it's actually helping me, because we know that the person who is giving the knowledge retains and benefits from the knowledge way more than the person that's listening to the knowledge itself. So, and I always ask God to grant me that pathway of knowledge, to keep me sincere in that and humbled by it, and the ability to be guided by Him, and for me to be a source of guidance for other people. So in that aspect, I don't have a degree in Sharia, but I do definitely dedicate a lot of my time to learning by reading authentic books and narrations. I dedicate a lot of time going to intense workshops and classes. I have a few ijazat from different shuyukh like Sheikh Samir An-Nas. I have ijaza in the 40 hadith Qudsi, in the Shama'il of the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu. I also owe a lot and grateful for many institutions, whether it's the mosque itself, Mosque Foundation, or for giving me that firm platform to grow and learn and have that platform of just being a regular attendee of the masjid, then a volunteer of the masjid, growing into an employee of the masjid, and then just having every aspect teaching me how to be a good Muslim, inshallah. Whether it's from good decisions or bad decisions, good actions or bad actions, subhanAllah, we learn from everything. Another thing is I owe it to, I would say, an organization that I love and hold very dear to my heart, which is something that was rooted a while ago, but to now, to many, it's like another organization. MashaAllah, our communities have developed so many entities that can give people a proper platform to learning and growing and getting that extensive learning. But in my time, I didn't have too many options, but I did have an option of Al-Maghrib Institute. And Al-Maghrib Institute, even though sometimes you'd go to the sessions, it was more than 17 hours of studying a subject matter. To me, that was my getaway to learn from a scholar or from a sheikh and to have the right opinions or ideologies, because they didn't submit their own opinions. It was really fact based off of what subject matter I was learning. And I took many courses under many shuyukh with Al-Maghrib Institute, and that's why I'm grateful. Like right now, we're in shaded halaqah, and I've been reiterating the things that I learned, whether it's the fiqh of dua and dhikr, whether it's the tafsir of certain chapters in the Quran, whether it's the seerah of the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu, or even understanding different concepts, marriage in Islam, or the fiqh of fasting and zakah. So many different classes that I've taken with Al-Maghrib, and that's why I'm forever grateful to them and their scholars for laying that platform for us. Now, in that aspect, as I told you, from 19, I was given the proper platform to lead a halaqah. And to me, I took that very seriously. So whether it's with time or dedication or, pressuring myself to learn a subject matter so I can teach others. So from 19 to now 42, more than half of my life, I've dedicated to learning and teaching. So that carries a lot of weight in the aspect of rapport with that knowledge and implementation. And also, alhamdulillah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given me the ability to see the fruits of that learning and that teaching through the many generations that went under those halaqat that I do. So from the age of 19 till now at the age of 42, alhamdulillah, Allah has blessed me with that platform, and I've seen many generations through that. I led the halaqah for about 13 years in Mosque Foundation under the leadership of the masjid. Then I exited out of the masjid. We would do it in floating like homes or entities. I also even established a small center with three other individuals called Tazkiyah Center. And it was really a whole purpose of what we see similar to today, like Qalam Institute or Yaqeen or whatnot. But, it did its toll for about a year and a half, and we decided to kind of close down the entity as we were probably not prepared fully for what was to come. Then I still continued my halaqas and learning and teaching. I also give halaqas in different masajid, but I would say both mainly for many years in Mosque Foundation and now in Orland, the prayer center of Orland Park. And with other entities like Mecca Center, the Islamic Center of Naperville or Wheaton, I did periodically. So I'm a guest speaker in those institutions as well. I taught at Universal School for 6.5 years, mainly physical education, while working at Mosque Foundation's Youth Center, helping with directing the initiatives at that location. So all those different experiences helped me grow and prosper with the community, with learning, with growing, with teaching. And I kept that platform. And now I'm taking it to a different level. I admire all the different teachers and scholars and imams that are working in that favor. And honestly, I just want to follow in that path. I love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I love the Rasul sallallahu alayhi wasallam. I love all those that follow him and follow his teachings and emulate his attributes. And I just merely want that sadaqah as well. As I told you before, I love learning and teaching, and I love growing. And I want to be in that position all the time, as I feel the best of those people learn and they benefit others with that learning. So with that being said, we developed from a halaqah, we developed what we call shaded, and we titled this halaqah Shaded on the Day of Judgment. And then 5 to 6 years later, have decided with its attendees to make it into its own entity. So we still do the live halaqah, but we want to elevate its ranks with developing a platform of learning, enhanced learning, where people can participate in this anywhere. So it could be whether it's with the live halaqah or going through the website and getting different PDFs to help with different subject matters, to view different clips talking about different aspects of our faith, whether it's fiqh or seerah or ahadith or just concepts of dua, dhikr, character, Muslims' character or whatnot. So the whole purpose is to learn and to develop that platform of learning in the most productive way. And I hope that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allows us the barakah, his barakah, in allowing it to enhance, to grow, and to impact people, impact their life. As we know that when we worship Allah and recognize Allah and have a beautiful balance of loving, fearing, and hoping in his mercy, that he will help our life in this dunya, and he will help us in the akhirah, and it will be a means of guidance for us and our families. And that's really what I wanted out of Shaded, is to be a platform that lives on even beyond us, even our temporary selves, to keep this message upright and afloat in every aspect that we possibly can. So I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to put his barakah in Shaded, and myself and all the instructors that we pull along with us. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless all those that participate and subscribe and help us grow this platform of education, and to keep people guided and on the right path of that guidance. And definitely ask for your support. First and foremost, your dua. And second, if you can participate in any of our events or lessons or podcasts, I would greatly appreciate your support by doing so. But that's the journey of myself, and that's where I was, and that's where I am now.